All right, everybody, shut up and sit your ass down. It's time for a Patreon pour up. What up? I'm beating down.
And I'm Random Randy 7.
And what's up, guys? I am your wonderful melanated mocha-fied merge on at Teffy Wonder from the Head Nerds in Charge.
So my black ass had to go to Urban Dictionary to look out what a John was. Cause I was like, what the fuck is that? That's some Philly talk. So it's just a noun for anything. So anything could be a John.
It's literally a person, place, or thing. It is most frequently referred to like women are Johns.
Interesting.
Yeah. So women are Johns, men are bulls.
Balls?
Bull. B-O-U-L.
We're in Houston, Texas. Like we got balls.
Balls.
Balls. That's interesting. Philly's
so
weird.
So for context, it'd be like, yeah, ayo, my man, the young bull over there said that your shorty was mad fly.
Oh, like bull?
Yeah,
like,
young bull, like boy, but B-O-U-L.
But just all the.
I thought it was because I'm still around my texting. You mean like a steer? Like a bull?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about Spiral. Obviously, there's a spoiled discussion in the Patreon pour-ups. You already know what time it is. Let's talk about this shit. First of all, the absolute delight that the victims were dirty cops. Give me that. I was all about that. Pleasant surprise. Because, like me and Randy talked about it. Like, we see Sam, Jack, and Chris Rock. We're like, sign us up. We're in. Shut up. No more. I don't care. Because I've seen Jigsaw. And
I have not.
Not
all the way through.
Like, I hate Chapter 7. Chapter 7 was garbage. That was the final chapter. I hated the fuck out of that one. But, like, Jigsaw was bad because it tried too hard to make sense out of everything. And you don't do that with these movies.
It like went out of its way to be more confusing instead of just being a Saw movie.
Keep it simple. And like this one did it. I did not realize. I was excited when I found out that Darren Bozeman was back on directing it. A lot of the writers actually came back. Josh Stahlberg, the guy who did Piranha 3D, and a bunch of other shit like Sorority Row. And a bunch of he followed us at one period of time, right? And then I guess he stopped because we weren't as big enough, whatever. But I've been begging him to come on the show. I've been begging him. Nah, fuck that, please. Fine. Gosh, come on, man.
If I can get him on Head Nerds in Charge, I'll bring you on.
Please, so I can cuss him out, motherfucker. But
I'm not big enough to fall.
It's a trap, baby. It was a trap the whole time. No, but
hashtag notice me, senpai.
Why don't you love me?
No, but they had all of them working together, and then like Chris Rock produced the shit because he was the one that came with them with this fucking with the whole idea, and I was like,
I love that Chris Rock was such a horror nerd that he was like, I can't let Saw go out like this. You guys, hear me out.
So, I guess before because I think we need to see where everybody's coming from on this end. So like, Teffy, did you like this movie?
Overall, I did like the movie.
Okay. Randy, did you like this movie?
So I'll preface this by saying I had the opportunity to go see movies in theaters previously with masks and everything on. And there was no reason for me to go see a movie with the mask and everything. I was like, I'm not doing that. And it's like, but there had to be a special movie to go do that to. And I saw this movie.
So this was my second movie, like, post-pandemic. I went to go see the Demon Slayer, the anime movie.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yes.
So I went to go see that first with friends, and then I didn't realize this wasn't gonna debut on HBO Max.
I was so mad. I was like, "How you gonna do that? You're gonna have the whole catalog on HBO Max, but you don't have the fucking movie on it."
So it wasn't until a friend was like, "Hey, Saw came out last week. I want to go see it," and I was like, "They're not throwing it up on HBO," and he was like, "Nah." He was like, "This and A Quiet Place are not coming to streaming." And I was like, okay, I guess. And it turned out being really fine. I was like, actually, this was worth my $14.
See, what's funny is like I got that unlimited movie bullshit like before the world ended, and I didn't realize that it was I guess whenever you're ready to come back, they reinstate it. So like I paid $2 for the RPX shit. And I was like, because I have this one theater that I have to go to because it's like barely anybody there. And it's a story I'll talk about another time. But basically, I got super hyped because like the old place was open back up. Everybody who used to work there is back. there's this guy that make these amazing paintings of like on his own, like on his own dime to like of these movies and shit, and like he's coming back. And I was like, oh god, everyone's coming back. So this was my first movie back. Would not have guessed that it would have been this movie. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I was pleasantly surprised, and like this is probably my favorite Saw overall. Maybe
Really?
it's up there. It's top three for sure, easily. Because like Dirty Cop's been getting fucked up, kind of sort of throughout the
Yeah.
franchise, more or less,
Just
but
tip
not
the
as
scales a bit more. Just
yeah.
like,
This is pretty black. This is-
Well, I have my issues.
of
with
course,
that.
every Saw movie has issues and shit, but like I wasn't. I appreciate Chris Rock throwing in a hot 5 minutes because I missed him. You know, Tambourine was at the last special I saw, so it was kind of I like to see his material on Forrest Gump, and I wholeheartedly agree. I didn't think he was out of pocket with that at all. You could tell he's straining to be serious because his
Yeah.
serious face is distracting at times.
It fit the character though, because the character is mad stressed.
Yeah, that is true. And it's easy to get on his fucking side because he's like, I got shot because I turned in a fucking cop. I like how the hot police chief is like, I know, I was there.
Right.
Why are
Everyone-
you
there?
What are you
I
doing?
ordered it.
I love how everyone's like, why are you shouting? And he's like, because none of y'all niggas are on my side. And they're like, yeah.
Will you please? You're just
okay.
being too loud.
Was anybody upset by the tropiness of this police procedural? Was anybody like bothered by like how many tropes were done? Because for some reason it didn't irk me. I think because I feel like Saw does best as a police procedural.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the most interesting version of Law and Order ever.
Right. Or like,
I would watch a TV series of Chris Rock doing this, like trying to clean up the town one man at a time.
yeah. Because he's not a bad. I mean, his divorce is definitely on his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pilates don't exist is probably one of my favorite jokes in that whole thing, though. That fucked me up. There have been several times where I laughed out loud, not even trying. I was like, oh shit, because it's just me in the theater. I'm just like, ha. He gets some good ones in there, man. And it's like, but it's literally every trope you've ever heard of ever in life is in here, and it didn't really piss me off. And I'm trying to figure out why.
It's because Chris Rock's character calls them out. He's like, bro, fucking cops don't have happy marriages. Fuck you and your kid. Like, this shit not gonna last. And it was like Pilates. Like when he said Pilates don't exist, I'm like you. I was like damn.
That's fucked up.
He
He's
was
getting that
like,
dick.
yes,
He's
right.
like,
And it was
wait, really? And I was like, either it's a joke or he's really like, just like, or he's
Right.
never heard of Pilates. It's like,
exactly. He's like Pilates. Like,
yeah, that dude at the grocery store is named Pilates.
I feel like that whole weird ADR sequence of him going down the subway to talk about that stuff. I felt like at first I thought it was gonna be like an apologist movie for police, but it was kind of like, hey, let's get this out the way to let you know that we do understand the things that y'all go through, but we about to do on some bad cops for like the rest of this movie. So get ready. What's up?
So I was like, for all the self-righteous vindication that this movie goes through to get back at this one super corrupt precinct, which I don't think is not a far stretch of the imagination. Like, I live in the real world and it fucking sucks here. But my thing was, I felt like if you were gonna go out of your way to have a black protagonist, he's a good man who turned in a dirty cop, and he is a victim of toxic cop culture to the point where he won't take a partner because he can't trust anybody in his department. He won't be transferred to any other department because the stench of him being a good man will follow him. You do all of that and you don't fucking call out that Blue Lives Matter bullshit. It made me so mad after the fact.
There's still the wall of silence in here. Like,
But that's
fair.
But the silence was so loud, and for everything that Chris Rock says, that he points out all these little cop tropes, it's never directly addressed, and it's the one thing that makes the entire storyline believable, and he never once addresses it. Like the only reason you even believe that he can't have another partner because there's nobody to trust. He turned in a good cop and now all these bad cops hate him. Why is that believable? It's because this is a real thing.
Mhm.
This is a real thing that really happens. Like I just put an article up on headnerdsincharge.com where I talk about this, and it's like this is a real thing. A woman, Carrie All, I forget what her last name is, Carrie All Harmon, I believe her name is. She just won a 14-year court case to get her pension when she was unfairly fired from a police from, I think it's in Buffalo, from like her police job. She was unfairly fired because she stopped a fellow police officer from performing an illegal chokehold and possibly killing a suspect. She just won this court case last week. It's been 14 years.
You know what? I'm super curious to see what did make the cut for the theatrical release. Because like I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of element to that, because everything else has been pretty much on the nose for the most part. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
because even when shit was popping off when Fedora Cop, I don't care what his name is, when Fedora when Fedora got captured and his tongue shit and got blown up by the subway, it's like you see the other cops, the one with the scar on his face and the other chick, and how they're constantly in dirty cop stance. Like they're like, oh, we're just here as backup. Why are your hand on your hips? You're stressed. You're involved with something. This is your fault somehow, some way. Yeah, it's like, I don't trust. So it's like, I felt like it was heavy-handed enough to a certain extent, but I do feel like somehow, some way, I feel like they were scared to push it that far, because I feel like
Yeah.
you might get like a weird Black
actually-
Christmas scenario, because
Yeah.
Black Christmas, and me and Randy talk about this. It's like we don't get mad at heavy-handedness anymore because clearly people are stupid as fuck. So it's like, if it seems ham-fisted, like the whole Sam Wilson speech, it was annoying that he had to do it, but it's like it's fucking necessary because you guys are that fucking stupid that you can't take in context clues.
So I felt like
This show isn't about race. It's like,
Yeah, it is. It's like,
I don't know what show you're watching.
Like really.
Yeah.
But
I actually felt like this was delicate, and they did it in such a way where it wasn't ham-fisted, but when the movie was over, they didn't even give us like the black guy head nod when you the only two niggas at a party and you see another black guy across the room. They didn't even go,
Yeah.
like, that's all I wanted. You didn't
Yeah.
even, we didn't even have to say anything. I said this to the friend who went with me. I was like, all you had to do was have like one of those Blue Lives Matters flags, have it get blood on it, have it get ripped up, like have it be destroyed. It didn't even have to be an overt like ode to defund the police. I really just wanted it. To me, it would have been chef's kiss, like perfect, had they just acknowledged it. Just
I feel like they were close. I feel like they were
Yes.
close.
Yeah.
Because the ending fucked with me. As far as imagery, like I really dug it.
it was
it was a saw trap that was already
theater.
designed.
Yes, it was such theater, and
It
I
was
was
it
just
was
like,
well done, because it's like you still, because like they're circling the wagons.
Yeah.
I agree, but they are fucking close to that. I mean, like they're circling it, but like when they show like a silhouette and it's like he's got a gun, I'm just like, ugh. And then to have Chris watch it happen to his own dad and shit, and just literally shitting like.
and they juxtapose it with the cop puppet, the pig puppet,
Pulling up
where
the
they
gun
show
and shit,
it
yeah,
as his
and
gun.
you realize that's the thing, that was the hook the whole time, and it's like, he's a puppet, and it's just like all the silhouette, you see a bald giant black that could have added extra limbs
Yep.
to make him super scary. So you have super nigga basically with a giant fucking shotgun. They're gonna
He's
light
got
him up no matter
shotguns
what.
for arms.
Like a white cop's worst nightmare, they're gonna light him up without question. And it's like, you kind of you see what
Where's your
they're doing.
daughters?
Jesus Christ. If that played over the over speaker, like, give me your white daughter, like, no, bah, 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 bah. But I felt like it was that image alone was, because it's still stuck in my head of that silhouette and them just not even hesitating, like, got to me. But I know for some people it would go right over their fucking head and not get it. So it's kind of like, let me see what that director's cut is, because like I Chris Rock had enough pull to get this even like made in the first place. So I get what you're saying. I don't disagree at all. but it's like I don't know if they were like, we got to sell tickets, guys, because this
I
is
feel
like,
like in the wake of, because this was supposed to come out last summer before all those
man, could
BLM
you have
protests.
imagined? Could you have
And I feel,
imagined?
bro, if this had came out last year during like the height of Black Lives Matter, like our city was on lockdown. Here, my phone was going off at 6 p.m. every day because they was like, get your ass in the house, like type shit. I was like, if anything, they probably re-edited it to make it less because they were just like,
Because there was a bunch of movies out around that time on that shit, like Black and Blue, definitely, covered that shit like extensively. And I don't know, because I feel like, because Lionsgate really don't do a whole lot of. No, I think they do actually. I think Lionsgate did do Black and Blue, didn't they?
So
that's the one that came out on Amazon.
No, Black and Blue was on. It was in theaters at first. That's the one with the Tyrese and the is a black lady. I forgot her name. She was the main character.
I know you're talking about.
I can't
Nah,
remember
I know
her
what you're
fucking
talking
name. I feel like an asshole, but like I really liked that movie. But it was like, one.
People said that one was ham-fisted, like it was too heavy.
It wasn't. It wasn't because they did because to literally like do something to the Blue Lives Matter movement. I feel like would officially have put ham and said fists, and like that would have been it. But it's like it's. But again, we got.
That's the one where the girl witnesses the murder and it's on her body cam footage.
yeah.
Yes,
And they try to
then
hunt her
other-
down and kill her.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she
yeah,
fights
yeah,
Frank.
yeah.
She
Now-
fights the fuck out of Frank Grillo.
It was
Yes.
Screen Gems.
The Screen Gems.
Yeah.
Okay, the same guys that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They still do Saw and stuff.
But no, like I for what it was worth, because I'm walking in there blind. I didn't think they were gonna go there in the first place. So you're already catching these people off guard with this shit. And I was thoroughly, I guess because this one hits home the hardest. Because even though he went after a dirty cop in part 2, Rig is his homie though. So you kind of like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
well, maybe they're just like, renegade cops doing their own thing. Speaking of renegade cops, can we talk about these flashbacks?
Breaking
How
the
can we make
law,
Chris Rock
breaking
look
the
younger?
law.
Like give him that backwards hat.
Yep.
You give him a full goatee. And I laughed so loud when I saw Sam Jack with his chief mustache doing the police chief thing. God damn it! If you don't, I was like, hire him, put him in there, put him in another role ASAP with that mustache.
Yes.
It was hilarious, hilarious. Your thoughts on the traps, guys?
Gruesome. Very
Yeah?
gruesome. Yeah.
The first one was the first one was wild because there
First
was
one was dope.
definitely, I was like, climb up. Climb up. Like,
There's a lot
right?
happening. Yeah,
Just climb up.
Swing to one side.
I know, right? Try to swing out of the way and just like roll on the fucking train.
Still rip your tongue out, but at least you might survive.
Yeah, you might not get blown to fucking
You
pieces.
right.
Fucking fedora cop, poor bastard.
That nigga toppled faster than a stack of Jenga blocks.
I like how he loses his tongue anyway for no reason, just to get that.
Right.
Like you should have just went for it, son. But also, like I was talking to Rain, like the land of Saw is always a land of conveniences. Like I get it. If you want to break down the brass tacks of how all this will work, it does not. But I was geeking off all the traps because number one, there were very few, but all of them were thematically fucking on point. You lie, motherfucker. Give me your tongue. You
Yeah.
shut. Also, half an eye roll on the cop that shot the dude in the car because it was like he was ready to murder somebody that day because he didn't even like get to do shit. He was just like, oh, was that lip pop? I'm like, damn. Because like that's one of those like
His wife gave him a blowjob with a little too much teeth, and he just was not over it.
we talking about back teeth, not even front teeth. He got molars, pure molars. Like why? Why?
He chose violence because of that.
And I was like, well, he deserves whatever happens to him. God damn, that's like that's an unequivocal. You know what I mean? Like that was very cutting. That was over the top. Like Jesus, isn't it? I mean, there's a couple of more talking happening before that happens. Good God. But him losing his fingers, like, why do you look like Ben Grimm to me in that trap?
So okay, the one with the fingers, I think was my favorite. It's definitely the one that had me looking the way. I did the finger crotch. I was like, oh God.
The finger one was pretty rough because like if he screams, it gets worse, and it's just like that's pretty dope. Like But it was like you pulled the trigger, bitch. So you losing these trigger fingers, you fuck face. Like this is what you get. And it's
Yeah.
like, but like I like it was like the trap didn't look sloppy. It was nice and neat and shit. One guy was like, "Why don't you just fucking step out of the tub?" And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was something that was gonna stop him from doing it. But either way, you're fucked because these Chinese finger trap situations, you're not getting out of them.
Yeah.
You're not
Because
getting
you
out
got
of
to
them.
be able to do this to get the Chinese finger trap
He
off
tried.
of
He
your
did all the
fingers.
goofy shit. Yeah.
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 It
Like,
was like the scariest version of that I think I've ever seen. Because like getting your finger stuck as a kid has always been like, oh, I'm
The
gonna pull my
worst.
finger off, and
Yeah.
you're not.
Ugh.
It's fucking paper. You'll
I'm
be
trying to
fine.
pop my knuckles right now thinking about this shit.
Right.
It was like, "Ugh." But like he was looking like he didn't look human anymore with that mask, and I actually like that. Like when he was alive, and I like that element of him just looking like a fucking monster, like pawing at this thing. And I loved the theme of that one, and he gets fucked off. I thought that was dope. And then what was the other traps?
The chick who had the wax poured on her
Yep.
face.
So I knew she was gonna die as soon as she was in her tank top. I was like, well, she's not a final girl. They would have found a way to put. I mean, because I had
She
a
was
feeling.
so pretty, and I was
Right.
just like, I'm really glad she's like, she's the boss, and she's got to be dressed like the boss lady, and then to have her just walking around like with her like shoulders out, like it.
You knew
I
the tank
guess.
top was there.
I
You
was like,
knew-
where, bitch, where are you coming from? The gym?
I knew the tank top was there. Like that's the sad part. I knew she was wearing a tank top somehow. I just knew it. I was like, yeah, of course it's a tank top. You're dead. You're fucked. You're done. You're not final.
It's so
girl, you're done.
hot. It's so hot here. Like, it takes
At least they covered the side tits because I thought the side titties would be hanging out there. Like, no, we have class.
She's
Yeah.
a professional
I'm
lady.
trying to tell a story here, guys.
Right.
So like, I feel like the wax one was the weakest one, as far as
I also feel like she should have survived that.
it was super hot. But like her face was barbacoa at that point. It was like, but like
Nah, because it was still like mostly there, and they had like that cheesecloth over her face.
yeah, they
So
could
I
have.
feel like
She could have made it. She definitely could
Yeah, I
have made
feel
it.
like
She would
she
never
could've
been the
made it.
same. But like,
no, she
I-
100% would have been taking her pension, and like, I'm out of
You'd
here.
be wearing
I felt like-
Phantom of the Opera mask the rest of her life, just like
yeah, I felt like the actual attack itself was trash. I felt like the attack itself was kind of trash, but the option of what she had to do to get out of the trap had me rolling because like
Oh yeah.
it's like, hey,
No,
set-
I was like, I'm dead. I'm dying. You're not.
yeah,
What?
'cause,
you're
like,
fucking
either-
quadriplegic? No thanks.
because you walked away from this, you want to be able to walk away from this, and I was like, yo, that joke was hilarious. I was like, yo,
Jay
Like-
still got some punch up.
oh shit, they got us on the 10-minute mark, you bastards. All right, that's only upgrade button, no other choice they're giving me. But so we got 10 minutes. But no, like I really like the joke of you can't walk away from this, and I was like,
But I was like, she could not walk away, and you could put it like down at the base of her spine. Like, if you break your neck, you can't move your arms and shit.
she was
either.
she was gonna like it was gonna whatever magical doohickey. Like, let's not even ask how it got down there. Like, it's too many
Okay,
questions.
Also,
That's what I kept
also,
wondering.
this
It's like,
guy has
okay,
been.
it's obvious someone has access to police files and records and your motivations. It's
So-
someone you know.
So
This is the reason in every cop drama start where it happens. It happened here in this fucking police station.
So can
Well,
I
let's move
say
out from
after the first 10 minutes, when the first scene is over and the guy gets obliterated like fuck, I turned to my friend and I was like, it's a fucking cop. I was like, he was like, you think so? I was like 100%.
Did you think it was gonna be the partner though?
So I was a little blindsided by the partner because his fake out death didn't make any sense to me.
Thank you. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
why?
I was like, he hasn't had a chance to do anything wrong.
Like, what did he do that like
And you don't get to hear his tape, which didn't make any sense.
right.
So I was
and
like,
they didn't show the
that
trap.
motherfucker is alive somewhere. I didn't think he was the jigsaw person, but I was like, he's not dead. This is
there
It
was,
was
a
too-
second I thought it was gonna be Samuel.
For a second,
for
yeah.
a hot second.
For a
For
hot
a second, I was like,
For a
because
hot
he's been
second.
gone the entire movie, and I'm just like,
And then his entrance into the shit is like, I could have shot you. Like, he broke into the house, he did some fishy shit.
he's
but,
got like mechanical shit just hanging out over there. And I'm like,
I know he's obsessed with trains. It was enough. It was enough to
loves
like.
wax.
But like, what got me was when they said the body was skinned post mortem. I was like, nope, that's not his style. That's not what he does.
Yeah, no.
He would be
He
alive.
likes to watch him fucking die.
Right.
I think Chris Rock did a good job as far as being dramatic when he had to talk to his to old boy, a Fedora cop's wife.
Yes.
I thought that was a good scene, and then the conversation he had with the guy that he dimed out. I thought that was a good scene with him.
That was a great scene. That was also a great trap.
Oh, yeah, can we talk about?
Oh yeah.
That was a great trap.
So we're building this fucking like glass thing, and how do you want the tubes to come out?
Well, we're not using any fucking tubes. We're just gonna jettison.
No tubes.
No
What
tubes.
about the door that's right there?
No.
There's a door right there. If we
It's
don't
efficient.
no,
It's
no, no,
efficient.
no,
It's
no,
all
no,
about
no.
speed. The tubes,
It's gonna
slow it
shoot
down.
Fucking glass right at people's eyeballs.
It's not my
Listen.
fucking problem, guy.
Listen, put a sign on the door. Tell them
Sign on the door. When the machines run in, close the door.
Do not open the fucking door.
Do not open this
For
door.
the love of Mary, Joseph, and the fucking
Put a
mule.
light
You'll
above the
end
door
up
for
as
the death
pastrami on rice.
Fam. That trap was dope.
That trap was so awesome.
When have we ever seen a bottle crushing machine not fuck somebody up? When is it ever safe? Can we find a safer way to do these bottles? I've never seen a nigga not be. Ironically enough, the guy name was Jigsaw, the one that got fucked up by them bottles in Punisher Warzone.
Yeah.
Full circle. It's never. It's like vat of acid situation. It's the same thing. There's never a good situation.
I feel like that was a good one though, because they gave us the fake out with Chris Rock, because they gave us the bone saw.
That was hilarious.
Like the callback to the first movie.
I laughed my ass off.
He looked at. He was like, "You."
Fuck you.
He was right.
He's like, I'm gonna keep
And
looking.
then you see the bobby pit, the carefully placed bobby pin on the floor so he can get out of his shackles.
Shout out to chilling the fuck out. He chilled the fuck out. He woke up. He was like,
you.
okay.
Thank you.
Nope, not this.
But he had prep time. He got Batman prep time because he knew Saw was in play. So he was able to be like, all right, maybe if I just calm the fuck down.
He did the one thing I say people should do in these movies, which is chill out.
The fuck out. There was
Just
no
take a
timer.
look.
There was no video yet. It was just a goofy ass bobbing pin. That shit was hilarious. I'm definitely giving this one 2 knee pads, but like granted, I did come in there with the lowest of expectations because I really did not enjoy Jigsaw at all. Like I did not like because they overshot everything to make sense. Like it was like, oh, he was here for all these things. This one guy. It was like, I don't care. I don't care. It's okay to have some mystery of how shit wind up in certain shit. Who gives a fuck? I don't need to know that an actual doctor who's good at surgery put the key in the eyeball. I don't care. There's a key in the eyeball. Chill. That's fine. Relax.
Which also fuck that guy, because we see in Saw 3D, we see Dr. Lawrence put the fucking key behind the guy's eye.
First of all,
who is this asshole?
Go sorry, Randy, you're getting spoiled, but like go fuck yourself,
Sorry.
movie. No. Go fuck yourself, number 7, for showing Dr. Lawrence in the beginning of the goddamn movie.
And then not showing him again for the rest of the
So you know you're
fucking
gonna see him again. Like it's
like
you would honestly, Randy, you'd be like, oh, okay. You would have saw it from a mile away because I was so disappointed in the theater. And I had the 3D glasses on and there was tears behind those glasses. It was bullshit. Cause I was ready. I thought, you know what? This is when I stopped having expectations, because in my mind I was like, oh, the Saw killer is gonna do all of his traps in public. That's what this guy's gonna do. Every trap will be for everyone to fucking see, for legacy, blah blah blah. But it was like, no, it was just
kidding.
yeah, not even none of that. None of
And
that.
it should have been, because the premise of that movie is great.
Yeah.
The premise of that movie is great, and the real punishment should have been that nigga being called out on the world stage.
Exactly.
And it wasn't. It was
wasn't.
a huge missed opportunity.
Cause I like 6. I like 6 premise. I'm gonna try to hide it from Randy, but I really enjoyed 6 premise because it was like one of the first times it got social.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, get these motherfuckers. And like I think 5 was trying to figure out what to do.
5
after
started
4.
it. Yeah. 5 was like, we're gonna get a little deep. And it was a puddle. It was pretty shallow. But then we took a deeper dive with 6, and then with 7, it was just like, bro, y'all know why we here.
They could have ended it at 6.
They really could have ended it.
They
At
should have.
I would have been
ended it at 6.
pissed, but they could have ended it at 6.
They could have ended it at
Happy
6.
not to watch any more of these movies.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We're definitely gonna take a break at 3. Like 4 should be like the end for real. Like because like that would be the end of Darren's trilogy, more or less.
Yeah.
But, it's a thing. But we got 3 minutes left on the clock. I'm been watching it and trying to.
One knee pad.
Teffy, for you.
I'm gonna give it 2 knee pads because
Mhm,
I thought Chris
mhm.
Rock was gonna do his yell talk the whole movie, and he didn't.
He didn't.
Oh.
He
He
didn't.
didn't.
He saved it for the very beginning. Oh, shout out to the Pookie reference.
Yes.
I like the crackhead dance he did. The little
Yeah,
give him a
with the iPad. I got my iPad. Yes.
But
I,
for
I
what
give
for what
it
it's worth, he did good. And like I want the sequel. I want it.
100%.
I want it. It ended. I mean, like having somebody reaching out to the door as it closes. That was another nice little callback. I'm with it, man. Like I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at the direction they're going. Um, kind of okay with the villain. It was a nice detail they left out. Wasn't upset about that. It made enough sense. But again,
Also,
Saw is a land of conveniences.
it wasn't hella convoluted, and they didn't make us wait 4 or 5 movies to get its backstory.
Right.
That's why I give it 2 D-pads.
No, they kept it simple. Like keep
Yeah.
it simple. Don't overcomplicate it because it gets complicated from the original franchise. So
So
like
fast.
let's chill on it. But thank you so much, guys. Teffy, as always, thank you for coming on. You are welcome at any motherfucking time. Randy, you got any parting words, man?
Nope. Just
All right.
keep looking at that clock.
I know. I'm sure you're like, all right,
distracting.
it's so distracting. But we'll catch you guys later, man. I guess we might be doing Yasuke next. It's probably what's going to be. Yeah. So I don't know.
Did you like it?
I'm not done with it. I got one last episode to go. But so
I haven't
I love
started.
the theme song. I love the theme song so much.
The music is great.
It is in my head,
Great in
man.
Yasuke.
Black tie, it's in my head, man. Shit. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time.